Hey, hi everybody. So I know we already started and we just started recording, but by the time we have started, I just wanted to, some of you know me very well. A quick introduction that guys, my name is Shweta Kulkarni and I have been into this coaching and training and educating for quite some time. And every day is a new day because we all learn. So what is this midweek mindfulness, sessions that I've thought about? So this process of taking a pause has helped me so much, guys. You don't have any idea, and it has created miracles in my life. And then I thought, now that I can't say that I have mastered it or I know it better. I think with all of you, I will also discover better. This is what I can see. So let's see how it goes. So guys, everybody, I just want to quickly, what I've done is I have created, a small presentation for you so that we can go step by step. This whole midweek mindfulness session is not going to take for more than 40 to 45 minutes. And of course, after that, if you have any questions, we can stay talk. And thank you for registering for this session. And let's see how does this journey begin or where it takes you. It's an open book, guys. I want all of you to just keep your open mind. And I think as I made a video and I invited all of you, I'm saying this again. Most of the time we join sessions. Maybe some of you joined my Zumba sessions. Some of you became instructors with me because you wanted to learn something, right? But in this session, it's absolutely about nothing. There is nothing in this session. It's all about maybe undoing things. It's maybe about just going slow, or maybe just I'm asking you to take a step back. Okay, so let's see how does this go. So guys, welcome. And the main agenda of today's session is going to be, we are going to take a pause, guys. Okay, so Shruti here has been, she has been my coaching client for quite some time, and we have already done this process. But Shruti, thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure to have you back, and I'm happy that you believe in taking a pause. That's what I can say. So, guys, I'm sure we all are engrossed in our daily chores. Let it be a mom taking care of a kid. Let it be Bhavya preparing for her college. Let it be Shruti preparing for her different exams. And, maybe Snehal, you're also preparing some of the Zumba instructor songs and choreographies. Me, I just finished teaching a Zumba class, and I just finished my, cooking chores. And I was just rushing to this session because I'm excited to take a pause. So this session is just about taking a pause. Okay, what is this pause? But before, I personally believe that any session I teach, I always want to start with gratitude. Because if we don't take this one moment and think that what are we thankful about, I guess then everything lands up in complaints, and then we start finding out things what we don't like. But still, since pandemic time, we have been lucky that many of us have started, doing a lot of gratitude practices or thanking practices. Or I see that after COVID, some of us, at least 20% of the world, has become more polite because we started realizing the importance of being a social animal and people, right? So guys, with this notion, I want you guys to you have your pen and paper as I requested. If you don't have it, I would love if you take notes or just write down, or if you're having your mobile, just write down and all. So right now, guys, in this moment, what are you grateful for? If your morning was very hectic or whatever you were doing right now, it was like back-to-back chores, or you did your fitness session, you had your breakfast. If it's so much going on, when I ask you what are you grateful for, if it is taking you some time to think, a quick process would be just close your eyes wherever you are and think about it. That right now, this moment, what am I grateful for? If you could think of 5 things or minimum 3 things, I want you guys to just write it down. Just write it down. Hey, Swapna, welcome. Swapna, we would love if you keep your video on.
Yes, good morning. I'm sorry. I'm in jail.
No problem. You are right on time. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Guys, it could be anything. It could be what just made you smile today. It could be, it's like whatever you felt appreciated by somebody, by anything that you did, what made you happy today. And also this, what made you sad and angry today? I also want you guys to be grateful about it. Why? We are going to talk about it later. Just 3 to 5 things. If some of you have done, guys, I invite you to share or anything that you can share, because I think being grateful is a very happy emotion. And most of the time we love to share our happiness, but it's nothing compulsory. But I would love if you share with all of us. It could be any incident, it could be anything that happened in the morning. What are you grateful for? Feel free to unmute and start sharing if you like. Yes, Pallavi, please.
So good morning. Hi, everybody. Right now, I'm grateful for my family because they're here, and because of them, I could do such things like attending a session rather than going to kitchen and just being busy in the kitchen and then telling that, I don't have time for myself, giving excuses that I can't provide time for myself or I can't do learnings because I'm busy there. So because of them, I can find to do a lot of time to do other things also, such as my hobbies and all. Right now my son is studying online because of the rains, the school has stopped and they're continuing with the online only. So I'm grateful to my husband as well, because he is there with him to attend his online school, and I am here giving time to myself and taking a pause. So that is much required for me. That's from my side.
Wonderful. You know what? You were just saying that, I was getting goosebumps right now, and it's a fantastic share. And these are so small things, right, guys? But I think it's so nice. Sometimes we really take for granted our family. But Pallavi, it is so nice of you to share this and mention about your family. Thank you so much. Anybody else, guys? Any moments of gratitude you want to share? It's giving a lot of happiness. It's like the more you share, I think the more we feel happy. Feel free, guys.
Ma'am,
Yes, Bhavya.
actually, like today morning, I was so angry on my mom because she woke me up. I was in a deep sleep.
Okay. You were in a deep sleep or you were deeply dreaming as well? Come on, tell me.
I was dreaming. I would like to share the incident. Like I went for a dance competition in Hyderabad. I didn't got selected in finals in semifinals. I got selected. Even finals, I went for to go there in Hyderabad. My mom and dad both came to support me.
Okay.
So like I was a bit nervous, like going on the stage and doing, because my first time I was going for finals because I never got selected in it.
Okay.
So I went, I did, and I didn't like got prize, but I understood that participating is more important than getting places.
That is fantastic.
But I didn't get first or second or third. I just did my best and thought maybe more in future.
Yes. But in this scenario, if you could share, what are you grateful about?
I'm grateful about me shifting to a new home. Like the morning I woke up and I just came to my new home. Like there are some work pending. So my mom took me, "Ke, Aja, you will also learn something new."
Yeah. So you're here. Also, I want to appreciate you, Bhavya, because you are not realizing what even though you didn't win the competition, you're still there, right? You were still there. I think thinking this thought that it's okay, but I still did it and I did my best, you should be grateful about yourself right now because I think you gave your best. And I think sharing this incident, I guess so many of us guys, when we want to talk about our failures or not even failures or we didn't do it, it is so tough, right? I think I still remember Bhavya, as a teenager when I used to fail as let it be, maybe having a fight with my friend, or maybe, I did a project or I didn't score good in my any, marks or any projects and all. I used to feel very demotivated going to tell and share it to somebody. But I really appreciate you that you came up and you mentioned it that I did this, but I didn't win. But you know what? I feel good that I do it next time. So I want to clap for you. It takes a big heart to share. Thank you so much, Bhavya. You should be grateful about yourself. This is a good way of keep going in whatever you're doing. A lot of love. Thank you. Who is next, guys? Anybody who still wants to share? Snehal. Yes, Snehal.
Yes, I'm so grateful for my family who support me in any situation. Like Hindi, Marathi, it's
Mhm.
fine.
Yes, anything.
हाँ
Yeah.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. So whenever I got like I'm so nervous. जब भी मैं nervous होती हूँ, जब भी मैं like I'm feeling like मैं failure like feel कर रही हूँ ऐसा, तो they support me very well. Like mentally, they support me. So I'm grateful for my family, my husband especially, and grateful for like mm, whom I learned new things, positive things.
True. What I love it. New things are positive things, and that is so nice. That is nice. So, Snail, would you like to tell me more when you say new things are positive things, and how did this thought come to your mind, or anything you would like to share about it?
Like when I passed my 12th, long back ago actually, 10, 12 years back. So and मुझे बहुत कम marks आए थे 12th में, and I was so nervous. But my cousin sister, she pushed me कि you do fashion designing, you are well in that. So I did that. I मतलब मैं बहुत अच्छी थी उसमें. I done that. After that someone told me that do yoga. बचपन से मैं योगा करती हूँ. My dad is yogic, my दादी is yogic, my mama is yogic. So बचपन से करती थी. बट वो उस सोच से मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था कि प्रोफेशनली आई वाज इन दैट. तो उसमें भी मैं गई. आई एम डूइंग गुड इन दैट. And now Zumba, thank you for you. Thank you so much. You're so positive. I mean so energetic. मैंने लाइफ में ऐसे कभी देखा नहीं है किसी को कि ये so energetic. आपको देख के like मेरे में आधी एनर्जी आ जाती है.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason. That's my job, Snail. I think that's what you do to other people who come.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is fantastic.
So
Thank you
I'm
so much.
grateful for that.
Yeah, guys, it's such a good notion from Snehal that new things are positive things. I think Snehal, we don't think of new things as positive things, not all of us. And this is my biggest takeaway from you today, that wow, new things are positive things. Wonderful. Guys, anybody else who wants to share or anything, a thought of gratitude? What are you grateful for today? Swapna, hey Madhura, welcome. Madhura, we are just talking about gratitude today right now. What are you grateful for? Anything, Jyoti, Madhura, you guys want to share?
हॅलो मॅम, गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good morning. Hi.
हॅलो मॅम. मॅम मी पहिल्या लाईफ मध्ये फक्त एक हाऊसवाईफ होते. ऍक्च्युअल मध्ये कॉन्फिडन्स माझ्यात बिलकुल अजूनही थोडासा कमी आहे मॅम. पण डान्स हे मला आवडतं आणि जेव्हापासून मी तुमच्याकडे झुंबा क्लासेस करून गेले, फर्स्ट 2-3 मंथ तुम्ही सांगितल्यासारखं मी घरात खूप प्रॅक्टिस केली त्याची. आता 2-3 मंथ झाला मी स्टार्ट केली आणि इतकं पॉझिटिव्हनेस की तुमचं जेव्हा मी हसणं किंवा पॉझिटिव्ह बघते तुम्हाला कायम, की तुम्ही क्लासमध्ये सुद्धा व्हॉट एव्हर सिच्युएशन्स, पण असं लो ऑफ कॉन्फिडन्स किंवा तुम्ही असं कायम स्माइलिंग जे फेस आहे तुमचं, मला ते खूप आवडतंय मॅम. त्याचप्रमाणे मी स्टार्ट केलंय. थोडंसं अजून इतका रिस्पॉन्स नाही भेटलाय, पण स्टार्ट केलंय मी. आणि मला बिग ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी मिळाली ते थायलंडमध्ये लास्ट मंथ मध्ये.
I saw that. Yeah.
तिथं मॅम मी ऍक्च्युअल मध्ये तिथं तुम्हाला एक जण ओळखतं मॅम, ओ झुंबा क्लास मधले श्वेता. मी म्हणले की मी ट्रेनिंग पुण्यामध्ये श्वेता मॅम कडनं घेतलंय, तर त्यांनी म्हणले आय नो हर. मी इतकी प्राऊड फील करत होते की आपल्या इंडियन्सला पण ते ओळखतात.
True. I know.
आणि त्यांनी मला दुसऱ्या दिवशी ऍक्च्युअल मध्ये बीचवर गेले होते, तर तिथे झुंबा चालू होतं.
I
मी
saw
इतकं
that. मस्त झालाय तुझा व्हिडिओ. Yeah.
हो मॅम. आणि त्यांनी मला दुसऱ्या दिवशी इन्व्हाइट केलं डेकॅथलॉनला, की तुम्ही या तिथे ऍज अ गेस्ट म्हणून आणि तुम्ही घ्या. तो कॉन्फिडन्स मॅडम, त्यावेळेस मी थोडस नर्वस झाले होते, पण मी एकच आठवत होते की तुम्ही आज एवढ्या जणांचं घेताय आणि तुम्ही जे हसत होता त्याच ग्रेसने मी तिथे गेले आणि अबाउट 30 to 40 पीपलचा मी तिथे झुंबा घेतलाय मॅम.
God.
आणि तो कॉन्फिडन्स तुमच्यामुळेच आहे मॅम. मी खूप थँकफुल आहे. आणि तुमचं मेडिटेशन लास्ट पण मी सेशन जेव्हा जॉईन केलं होतं, थोडंफार मी तिथंही ग्रेस झाले की मी रोज ते अजूनही करते मॅम, की मला ग्रेटफुल व्हायचंय की मी जे जे काही आज लाईफ मध्ये करतेय. आणि थँक्स टू यू मॅम, की खरंच तुम्हाला मी किती थँक्यू म्हणलं तरी मला कमीच आहे.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you. So, Madhura, I'll tell you a secret, okay? As why I look always so confident. So, I fake it till I make it.
येस
So,
मॅम.
तरी मला आता I think all of us know, as Zumba instructors, some of you will understand this. When we teach a new song, you know how much our heart rate increases before we actually put in high intensity, right? We are scared. Okay, Bhavya, this is a Zumba instructor secret. Close your ears. Okay, come on. So it's all about, you don't have to just show people that even though, and guess what? Yesterday evening when I taught a class, I was not at all in a mood, Madhura. I was not in a mood because I was tired dancing, and so every day, even though we love our job, it's going to happen, right? So I fake it till I make it. And sometimes there are moments that I get up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I don't want to teach a class. I'm sure we all feel that, right? But guess what? I used to feel, only I feel that. Day before, I met a Zumba instructor and she told me that, Shweta, रोज सुबह उठ के मेरे को ना बहुत बोर होता है 8 AM की बैच सिखाने. I said, then you should stop teaching. She's like, no, I love doing the job, but वो class चालू होने तक. I said, okay, now even though after 11-12 years, if I feel this, I am unhuman and we all are human. But Madhura, good confidence आणि मी तुझा तो व्हिडिओ बघितलाय. Hats off to you. Keep up. You're doing an amazing job. And about people, tell me, not every class is full. Sometimes it's full, sometimes it's half. Sometimes I walk into the class and Madhura, nobody tells me if they are coming or not coming, especially during this rainy season right now. I know it's a beautiful, but nobody wants to drive to the class, right? So, yeah.
हो मॅम. हे रेनी सीझन मध्ये असं बऱ्याच वेळा या महिन्यात असं झालंय की मी एकटी क्लासमध्ये जाते, पण क्लास थांबवलं नाही मॅडम. मी एकटी प्रॅक्टिस करते तिथं जाते. कोणी नसलं तर नो डाऊट ओके, न्यू सॉंग्स वर मी प्रॅक्टिस करते मॅम. स्वतः सॉंग्स लावते आणि ते करते की नाही हे मला करायचंच आहे, कोण असो नसो मॅडम, मला ते करायचंच आहे. त्यामुळे मी जाते मॅम. पण थोडस हे रेनी सीझन मुळे थोडस वाटतं लो ऑफ कॉन्फिडन्स की बाबा कोणी येत नाहीये की हे. पण आता मी वर्कशॉप ठेवलंय मॅम 18 पासून ते 10 डेजचा, की जेणेकरून ग्रेस व्हावं. आणि 2 ठिकाणी सर मॅम मला इन्व्हाइट केलेलं आहे. एक विद्यानगर म्हणून इथं कॉलेज एरिया आहे आणि एक बडवडी गावामध्ये आहे. थोडंसं माझी सिटी छोटी असल्यामुळे खूप जणांचं असं हे आहे की झुंबामध्ये गुडघे दुखतात किंवा थोडंसं प्रॉब्लेम येत आहे. पण मी त्यांना काय करतेय की थोडंसं लो लेवलचा, म्हणजे जास्त वर्कआउट नाही स्टार्टिंगला असं केलीये, सेशन्स ठेवलीये मॅम. त्याप्रमाणे मी घेतेय. थोडंसं लोकांना आवडतंय पण ते आता मॅम.
Wonderful. And I think, yes, area-wise, how we are, and city-wise, it's like a language. If I'm in Maharashtra, and me Marathi nahi bolle to chalna nahi. It's something like that. So, whether you're doing a good job, and you keep trying, because I think your zest, that मला हे करायचंय, मला हे करायचंय, मला हे करायचंय, will always help you open new doors, right? So, all the best to you. Thank you.
थँक्यू मॅम. ऑल क्रेडिट्स गो टू यू. माझ्यात कॉन्फिडन्स बिलकुल नव्हता मॅम. तुम्ही क्लासला पण बघितला. थोडंसं असं काय झालं की मला असं खूप रडायला यायचं. कुणासमोर बोलायची माझी हिंमत नाही व्हायची. मॅम अजून पण तिथं गेल्यावर मी तोच दिवस आठवले ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही मला बँड दिला होता ना मॅम क्लासमध्ये, की नाही तू हे करू शकते. मी तोच मोमेंट मला सगळ्यांसमोर इतकं मी असं लो कॉन्फिडन्स फील करत होते तिथं गेल्यावर. नाही मला हे करायचंच आहे. आणि मॅम मी फर्स्ट व्हिडिओ तुम्हाला सेंड केला मॅम तेव्हा, की मी हे केलंय.
Guess what? I was in Europe that time, and I will send you on WhatsApp. वर तू मला tag केलेलंस Instaवर. I was very happy for you, Madhura. Very good job. Very good job. And let more such incidents keep coming to you. That's what I can wish for. Good.
मॅम तुम्ही आहात माझ्यासोबत. मी ऑलवेज कॉन्फिडन्स राहणार आहे मॅम. तुमचे सगळे व्हिडिओज बघते मॅम. युट्यूबवर पण तुमचा मी सगळे सेशन्स बघते मॅम.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Madhura. Thank you so much. So, guys, with this notion, let's move ahead. And there are so many gratitude moments, right? But thank you, all of you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Let's come to the main, and I think the most important thing that we are going to do today. So, what is it about taking a pause, or what is it that we need to take a step down? Okay, there are different type of pauses, guys. Okay, one pause is that you get up in the morning and you have a beautiful sleep. Okay, you just wake up fresh and you just close your eyes and you just breathe out and you say that, what a beautiful day. And when you say that, you're in that moment. That's called as a conscious pause, that you wait and you decide that I want this because I'm loving this moment. Now let's take an example of Madhura. When Madhura went to Thailand, she did this event. And when she came back, wherever she was, maybe like an hotel or wherever, she was so happy and she was so grateful for that moment that maybe she just closed her eyes and she said, wow, that I'm so grateful and I'm so happy this happened to me. Or maybe she would have said that, I never knew that this would ever happen to me. And when something surprisingly pleasant happened to us, we are like, wow. And again, you're in that pause, right? So the second one is also a conscious pause, that you're happy and you take a pause. First is you decide that I got up in the morning and I have this beautiful, or sometimes on vacation also, or a Sunday morning, when you get up in the morning and you don't have anything to do, or maybe you're like, today is Sunday, I'm going to relax myself. So these all are conscious pause. But there is also a necessary pause that we all need to practice. Now, these pauses happen when we are very anxious, right? Sometimes, so Bhavya mentioned that she was very angry in the morning because her mom woke her up. And guess what? Sometimes it happens with me also that, I couldn't sleep in the night properly, but then still this alarm, rings and I have to get up. So at this moment, I want you guys to take this conscious pause. I want you to just close your eyes and take a pause. Now, what is it about taking a pause? What is it about taking a pause? So before we go ahead, I'm going to tell you a story, guys. Uske pehle, I have a question. How many of you drive a car, a two-wheeler? All of you? Okay, excellent. Do you know why there are brakes in your two-wheeler, four-wheeler?
So that you don't crash someone in the front.
Okay, so you don't crash. Anybody else?
To control a car, speed.
To control the speed, that is nice. Anything else? Anybody wants to add up? Why do you have brakes in your...
To stop the car or bike here.
Yes.
To enjoy a view. To enjoy a view wherever you stop.
That is so beautifully said, Jyoti. Yes, guys. Right? So many things. So basically, when somebody said that control the speed, it means we all love to go in a speed. Yes or no? We all love speed. And when the road, especially in India, you don't get much, plain roads. Guys, I right now stay near Balewadi area, and let's not talk about Baner metro area or something like that. Anybody from this area, please do not travel here. That's what I can say. But the traffic is bad. But even though when I get a plain road, I just want to speed up, and I speed up more. And when I speed up more, you know that there is a break. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So how many of you would ever dare to drive a car or a two-wheeler when I tell you there are no brakes in that vehicle? No? Absolutely no, right? Exactly, because you're like, oh my God, what if I cannot stop, right? So taking a pause is like taking a break, okay? How many of you know Ramayana, guys? I'm going to quickly tell you a story, and then we're going to start this pause process, right? Ramayana, right? Some of you must have read it. Everybody knows Sri Ram, Lakshman, his brother, and Sita. Everybody knows them, knows all the character of Ramayana, right? So this is an untold story, guys, and I was fortunate enough to read it somewhere. So what happened is, when Ram, his brother Lakshman, and Sita, they were forced to take one bus, what happened is they moved in, and the whole jungle was a new place to all of them, right? They didn't know what to eat, what to get, so much. So everything was new. So one day what happened is, they had built a cottage inside the jungle where they can stay safe. They had to, stay safe from the rain, maybe sun, or winter maybe. So they built a cottage and they were staying there. One day Sita mentioned to Ram that, you know what, we don't have anything left to eat. And if we don't get meals for the next 2 days, we are going to starve to death. So Sri Ram said, no worries. What I'm going to do is, I and Lakshman, we are going to go to the jungle and find out something to eat, or at least to pick up things and store, so that we don't starve for the next maybe at least 5 days. So, and Sri Ram said to Sita that, see, I'm going on this journey. I don't know what time I'm going to be back, because this whole place is totally new to me and Lakshman as well. But, he said, we have to do this. So he and his brother Lakshman, they started walking. And while they started walking, they didn't know much about the jungle, right? So there was a pack of animals who started, making a roaring noise, and they started following. The moment they started following, Sri Ram and Lakshman, of course, they both were in human forms, even though they were gods, guys. That time they were in human forms, right? And they were scared. They're like, oh my God, what to do? And Lakshman got extremely anxious, and he was scared, and he was like, oh my God, I can't take this fear of death. I am scared. I don't want to die this way. And Sri Ram said, let's hold on. Let's hold on right now. I know even I'm scared. Sri Ram said, even I'm scared. It's not that only Lakshman was scared. The only way was Lakshman was reacting to his fear, to his becoming more and more anxious. And Sri Ram said, let's take a pause. What did they do is, he said to Lakshman that, let's find a quick place where we can, maybe it could be on the tree, where we can save ourselves or hide ourselves from the animals, or maybe behind rocks, where we can just settle down, or maybe let's find a cave. Whatever we see around, let's settle down there. So guys, just like Sri Ram told Lakshman, I'm inviting all of you to right now, just take a pause with me. Wherever you are sitting, if you're holding your phone, just keep down phone anywhere. You can just put it comfortably. If you're sitting on a chair, just like me, settle down. If your chair has a cushion, just relax on it. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure that your both feet are settling or just touching on the ground. And if I may request, guys, your palms, I believe this, guys, when you keep your palms open, this is a sign of abundance. Okay, this is about, right now you're going to go into a pause. I would say a very divine state. And this is a moment that you receive more. Even gratitude, if you're praying for your gratitude, I want you guys to keep your arms like this, that you're thank you for some things, and the more you are thankful for it, the more you're gonna get the same thing, right? Right now, wherever you are, just settle down, guys. And if you like, you can even close your eyes. Close your eyes, and let's Just take a pause with Lakshman. Nice and easy. Settle down. When you're settling down, when you closed your eyes, let's do a quick 1 minute body scan. Body scan is just to feel your body parts one by one, consciously. I want you to pay attention to your feet, which are touching the ground. Feel your toes. If you want to feel them, just move them a bit. Just wiggle your toes maybe. Feel your feet slowly coming up. Feel your legs, your knees, your thighs. Gently coming up. Your hips, your buttocks. Coming up. Feel your stomach, your lower back. Your chest, your upper back. Just notice all these body parts. Your shoulders, your hands, your palms, which you have kept it open, facing towards your ceiling. Feel your fingers. Feel them. Feel the touch of your own body. How does it feel? Is it rough? Is it soft? What is it? There is nothing right and wrong right now. It can be rough, it can be soft. Moving up, feel your neck. Notice your neck. Your ears. While you're noticing your ears, what are the sounds that you can hear? Is it any birds? Is it anybody talking, maybe outside your room, maybe far away? Or is it absolute silence? Pay attention to your ears. Moving on. Notice your lips, your nose. When you think of your nose, when you notice your nose, see how the breathing is happening. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Notice your cheeks. Notice your eyes. Notice your forehead. And now moving to your head. As we are moving to the head, I want you to notice what are the thoughts going on in your mind. Just let the thoughts flow. Guys, please remember, the job of your brain, your mind is to think. So the thoughts are going to flow. You can't resist them. So let it flow. Let the mind, brain do its work. Let it flow. What are the thoughts coming to your mind? Is there anything from yesterday that happened? Is there anything from the morning that's happened? It could also be something that we're looking forward to do today, which is going to come in the second half of your day. Let the thoughts flow. Your mind is very happy right now because it's doing its job. Its job is to think. Let it think. Let the thoughts flow. Now, in the midst of these thoughts, guys, I want you to imagine there is this button or there is this switch. You can see there is a sign of pause mentioned on that. I want you to slowly approach that button, that switch, and click that button, push that button. As soon as you do that, everything that is going on in your mind is just like, it's like frozen. It's in the freeze state. Thoughts are frozen. You can still see them, but it's just pause. Nothing is moving. Just pause. Be there. Now, while you're pausing, bring attention to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay in that pause for 5 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Just to make your pause more effective, pay more attention to your breathing. See how the air feels going inside your nose. Is it warm? Is it cold? How do you feel when you take in the air? And when you're breathing out, how does it feel? Warm? Cold? There is nothing right and wrong, guys. Just feel the temperature of your breath. Coming back to that pause button, which you have paused. I want you to play that button on. Let the thoughts start flowing now. Let it flow. Let the brain do its work. Now this time, the play button is on, and at the same time, you're breathing deeply. Coming back and feeling your body parts. A quick scan. Now we go other way around. From your brain, where the thoughts are flowing, your face, your ears, your neck, your shoulders, hands, palms, your chest, your upper back, your stomach, your lower back, your hips, your buttocks, your thighs, your knees, coming down, your legs, and finally your feet. Feel them on the floor. Maybe quickly wiggle your toes. And slowly, whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Love. So guys, whatever we did right now is just taking a pause. But this was more like a pause in the form of maybe 5 to 10 minutes of a meditation. But you don't have to do, this can be done for your conscious pause. But if you may ask me, that Shweta, I'm doing so many things back to back in the middle of the day. I don't have time for this 10 minutes of a pause. And how about just, let's say you're in a rush, you're doing back to back things. Just close your eyes and tell yourself, let's take a pause. Just the way Sri Ram told his brother that take a pause. Guys, even in Zumba, I think some of you have attended Zumba classes, some of you are Zumba instructors here. In Zumba, what we do is, so Zumba is very effective for fat burning. There is a reason for that. After the warm-up, we start with a high intensity song, and then we break with a low intensity song. It's like we take a pause on increasing our heart rate. Then again we increase the intensity. Then again we take a break. One of the best benefits of taking a pause is the moment you pause, this will help you to recharge. And I would say just regenerate in that maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you bounce back in whatever you're doing. Now, once you bounce back on whatever you're doing, things change, the perspective changes. Now, this really helps us a lot when we are in the situations which we call them as problems. Maybe we're going to talk about it in the next 2 minutes, maybe. Those are unpleasant situations which make us very uncomfortable because those are not the hormones, which we are favorable to. So in such situation, if you quickly take a pause, it will help you to look at the situation in a different way. Now, when I asked you this question, that is, what is that one problem you would want to solve in your life? Mostly common, I think this is one of the very common things that I get from people. I thought I'll just put it anonymously shared with all of you. Some of us say that there are many problems. Some of us say that, Shweta, my career, I think it's a problem. Maybe when it's a problem, it is something that you're looking for a way out, right? Some of us say that focus, consistency, dedication is something that I want to improve in my day-to-day life. Some of us say that fear, low confidence, stage courage is something that I need it, Shweta. right? Some of us wants to just recharge our subconscious mind and refill your mental health, maybe with positivity, something which is more motivating for all of us, right? Some of us say that I get very angry on the small things. With all these typical problems, what I want you guys to do is a quick solution to, I would say, all problems in your life. It's not a magic wand, but after you take a pause, in any situation you are in, let it be that I just got up in the morning and I got very angry today, or I got up in the morning and I saw one of my projects, didn't pass by successfully. Yes, of course, we are going to feel bad because I tried for something and I didn't get it, right? It's pretty human, all of you. The moment is, let's take my example, and let's say I wanted this one project to just, I wanted this project, wanted this deal in my life, and I applied for it and I didn't go through. This moment, I want you guys to recognize the problem. Face it, face that emotion which is not very favorable to you. Recognize it. What is it that I didn't like about this situation? I didn't like that I didn't get this deal, right? Whatever the project I applied for. Now, I want you to accept it. That I want to accept and say that, yes, I did not get this deal. My project didn't pass through. And yes, it sounds like a failure, but maybe I can take it like a lesson learned. Whatever it is, just accept it that it didn't go through. I want you to identify. When we say identify, it is about, was it in my hand getting the project? Oh, you know what? I should have done better. Maybe my quotation was more. Maybe I would have done better. Okay, done better. We can just note it down. And maybe for the next project, I would have done better, right? I want you to identify the situation. Was this situation in my hand, right? The moment it is not in your control, you cannot keep stressing. None of us can keep stressing that this person had to behave better, or you know what, this person, he should have just done this for me. So identify, was it in your control or not? If yes, what could you do better when the same situation comes next time? Note it down if you like. And then just non-identify it. When we get into non-identification, we just let it go. Because if this situation, if we keep it to ourselves, if we stop at identify and we know, oh, you know what, I should have done better, I should have done better, I should have done better. But when I'm saying non-identification, it's gone. The situation, the time, it's not going to come back. So is it worthy to keep on stressing on that situation? So I want you to just let it go. But yes, as we say that, we should learn from our history, learn from our past, take lessons. I want you to take lessons, but just non-identify it. With this notion, I invite you all to think about any one problem in your life. It could be a problem, it could be an unpleasant situation, it could be anything that makes you not happy. And you think, you know what, this is something I want, but this is a problem, or whatever we call it. I call it unpleasant situations, right? Think about it. Take a moment. You have your pen and papers with you. I want you to mention recognize and write down what exactly the problem is. What is it that you individually doesn't like about that problem? What is it individually you think that's a problem? Write it down, describe it. If you say that, one of the problem, let's take one of the problem. When you say that, that how not to fail in everything I do. For example, this was one of the most common things. People don't like failures. I don't like to fail. That's a problem, but I keep failing. The problem is I keep failing every time. For example, I want you to write it down. The moment you start writing, sometimes that that's not the problem. You may just mention that. So one of the exercises I did with one of my clients, and he used to say that I keep on failing everything, and every time Shweta. The next moment he said, you know what, when I'm writing this down, I think I fail sometimes in my life. I said, okay, write that down. The next thing is accept it that I fail. I know this is something, as a human, we all have this self-respect or self-conditioned mind since childhood. Somebody must have told us that, you know what, when you fail, when you get less marks, it's not a good thing. And you don't get respect in the society or whatever the condition is, right? Recognize it, what the problem is, describe it, accept it, and adapt to the situation. Write it down. How can I accept it? Even right now, if you think that, hey Shweta, it's very tough for me to accept it, adapt is, oh, I don't know if I can adapt to it, but even acceptance is pinching me, that's okay. Just write it down. Or maybe take another one day and wait till you accept it. Guys, the moment you accept the problem, it doesn't look that big. Resolve it, identify it. What is the situation? Is it in my control? If yes, what can I do so that I can do better in this situation? And the last one is, I request you all to just let that situation go. And I still promise you can do better next time. And something very funny about all the problems, guys, you know, once you get this one problem, let's say you have a problem in your relationships, we think, oh, you know what, this is my life. And then you start taking the problems in all the sections of our life, right? Now, if you have a problem with your relationships, you're like, you know what, even my finances are bad because my relationship is bad. You know what, maybe my career is bad because of this. You know what, maybe I am messed up because my relationship. Guys, when you have a problem with any particular relationship, recognize it, accept it, identify it, what you can do your best about it, and non-identify it. Just let it go, right? And guys, problems are temporary, we all know. Sometimes the only thing problems want is attention, right? We all love attention, right? We all love attention. So just pay attention to it, because problems, it's not, this is a very important thing I want you guys to know, that they're a very important part of your life. It's like, how many of you, I would say, guys, how many of you exercise, right? How many of you do squats or Surya Namaskar, right?
Squats.
Okay. Squats, okay. Let's take an example of a squat. Let's say, Madhura, today I invite you to do 20 squats. And she's like, no, I can just do it like that. She'll do 20 squats. The next day, I tell her, Madhura, very good. Now, today you're going to do 30 squats. So she starts doing after 20. She's like, I'm doing the 30th squat. And she's like, you know, I'm a Zumba instructor. I can still do that. Okay. So I am thinking your fitness level is like that, Madhura. Now, the next day, I invite her to do 50 squats. And now that 31st squat, she's like, I say you have to do it, because this is taking you out of your comfort zone so that you can increase your muscular endurance of your lower body and will give you a core strength or whatever the advantages of squats are. This 31st squat, Madhura or everybody else, is your problem. You are getting into that comfort zone at 30. These problems are pushing you to that 31st squat. Because if we don't progress, guys, believe me, we humans are destined to progress in life. If there is no progression, if there is no reward, if there is no miracles, if there are no surprises, we are going to get bored with our life. And that's what we all say. And then one day what we decide is, just like I did, let's go on a vacation. Let's get into this, uncomfortable zone and explore the world. And I didn't know where to find food. And that's what we all do, right? That's exactly, your problems are your necessities of life. So every time there is a problem, also do this, recognize, accept and adapt. I would say, identify the situation. Is it in your control? That's a very important thing. And just let it go, guys. And at the same time, one more question I want you guys to ask yourself is, what is this problem telling me? What is this problem teaching me? What is this problem Tell me so that which has been, and if there is a typical pattern of problems, the same problem repeating every time, it means the problem or the unpleasant situation has not been taken into consideration, right? But this is just not going to happen in one go, as we all know, right? I invite you guys to take a pause in so many situations. Take a pause while you're studying. Take a pause. And if you think, oh, you know what, this subject I hated, take a pause. Take a deep breath. Pause button in the mind. You don't have to do the full body scan. Just take a pause button. Focus on your 5 deep breaths. Now look at the situation. The subject might get better. I'm not saying it is going to get better, but might get better. You never know, right? Let's see what Bhavya has to say later, maybe after 3 months or 6 months. Bhavya, update us, okay? Then while cooking, you know, cooking is something that I don't enjoy much, but I do take a lot of pauses because sometimes when I take a responsibility of my family and making them all the meals, I like, you know, I don't want to do cooking, but I want to work, you know, I want to write a book maybe, I want to make so many more videos or do many challenges, but then I take a pause and like, shut up, you know, your family is dependent on you for food. And that pause, that deep breath helps me to complete that work as soon as possible and just get back to my work, right? When you wake up, again, we talked about this conscious pause. Guys, while walking, even walking is a conscious pause. When you are happy, when you are very happy, just pause that thought button and think, what are you happy about? Deep breaths will help you. When things get very hectic, it's a must pause. It's a must pause. You have, let's say you have back-to-back things, so many things lined up, find time, even though if you're in office, anywhere else, take a pause, go to the washroom, take a pause there. Many of my corporate clients do that. When you get angry, take a pause. Yeah, yes, I didn't like this. And guys, anger is most of the time because you're not paying attention to what you don't like and you're repeating the pattern. So understand where is the anger coming from. Okay, if you don't like something, pay attention to it. Instead of saying I don't like, if you could just mention this to yourself that, you know what, I like this, I should be doing this. Okay, so pay attention to the anger, but today we are not talking about emotions. And while working, it could be working on the laptop, you know, maybe teaching your kids, maybe there are so many things to do, maybe there are so many people visiting you, you can always take a pause. Because guys, not every situation is going to be in our favor, right? There are some things that we have to do it because we have committed before and we cannot change it right now. So take a pause whenever you can. Now, when you take a pause, even in the problem situation, whenever you take a pause, now think that problem, that what is it, that one problem I want to solve today. If you have many problems, take it one step at a time. And take it one problem at one time. Just because you successfully solved one problem, don't solve all the problems in one day. Believe me, you have other things to do. So with this, guys, thank you so much. And I want you guys to say that, anyways, we are open for the share. We share with however you felt with the pause, or, you know, how are you feeling right now? But this pause is a practice. Start it even right now, as soon as we are done with the session. Take a pause. Think about it. What is it that you want to work? You never know what, once you take a pause, you don't know how it's going to, you know, respond, or what new doors are going to open in whatever you're doing. Thank you so much, guys. Please feel to share. If anything, anybody wants to talk, we still have time.
Thank you so much, Shweta. It's a energetic session for me. And soon I'm going to join Zumba class.
So I just earned a new client today with this pausing process. Jyoti, is it a pause has helped you to join the Zumba class?
Yes, surely. I'm very much energetic now.
you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Like today's session was really great. I think now I can get good ideas. I'm really getting good ideas to write on my book.
That is fantastic.
I'm
Okay,
gonna. I'm actually started a novel. Like
okay, you guys are blinking. It's our internet.
am I audible?
Yeah, now very much. Please say it. Okay. Yeah.
Actually,
Hello.
months ago,
Okay.
and like I wasn't getting that much of ideas. Like I wrote 5-6 pages, and then I was completely like, कि आगे अब इसको कैसे आगे लेके जाए और.
Yeah.
But right now I'm getting all that thoughts कि हाँ ऐसे करो वैसे करो.
That is wonderful. So, but I would request you as soon as right now, even though whenever you want to take a pause, just write down the pointers because mind is a miraculously surprising thing. Sometimes you think about something and it just goes off. So take down the pointers.
Because poetries and all, it's like meditation कर लिया तो हो गया. I can write आराम से, or I can go in a peaceful place and then I write. So I can do that. But writing a novel is a really huge thing for me.
Wonderful. I'm waiting for your novel. Whenever it's ready, let us know.
Maybe 1 year.
Yes, you never know. 1 year, 3 months, 6 months. So keep taking a pause.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for this session.
For finding time to join. Guys, anybody wants to share, please. Okay, I guess right now you all want to stay in the pause, which is a good thing. Yeah, feel free. Madhura, you want to share something? Shruti, Madhura?
येस मॅम, मला शेअर करायचंय पण काय बोलू मला कळत नाही मॅम. खूप वेळा काय होतं थोडंसं डिसअपॉइंटमेंट झालं किंवा थोडंसं रिप्ले नाही आलं आपल्याला समोरून जे आपण करतोय, तर तेव्हा थोडंसं कॉन्शियस होते किंवा लो ऑफ कॉन्फिडन्स होतंय मॅम माझं, की आज आता या महिन्यात थोडंसं लो ऑफ कॉन्फिडन्स झालं. कळतंय रेनमुळं हेवी रेनफॉल असल्यामुळे कोणी येत नाहीये. मी एकटी करतेय तरी स्ट्रगल ठेवते, की माझं स्ट्रगलला कधीतरी त्याला पॉझिटिव्हनेस येतील स्टुडंट्स. पण थोडंसं काय होतं मॅम, थोडंसं डिसअपॉइंटमेंट येते आणि थोडंसं मेंटली वीक फील करते मी मॅम त्यावेळेस.
ट्रू. बट मधुरा, जर का लोक कमी येत आहेत क्लासला, व्हॉट इज इट दॅट यू कॅन डू? फॉर एक्झाम्पल रेकॉग्नाइज केलंस तू की लोक कमी येत आहेत, फॉर एक्झाम्पल ऍक्सेप्ट केलंस की हो येत नाही आणि मला त्याचा त्रास होतोय, ओके, आणि हेल्पलेसली वी हॅव टू अडॅप्ट टू दिस सिच्युएशन. पण आयडेंटिफाय करताना तू या बाबतीत काय करू शकतेस, तुझ्या कंट्रोलमध्ये काय काय आहे त्याची तू लिस्ट बनव. मधुरा, त्याची लिस्ट बनव आणि यू हॅव टू लेट इट गो. बिकॉज तू त्याच पार्टमध्ये इफ यू कीप स्टेइंग इन दॅट सिच्युएशन की अरे आय एम डिमोटिवेटेड, दॅट डिमोटिवेशन माइट ट्रॅव्हल टू युअर अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ लाईफ एज वेल. आणि तुला गॅरंटी आहे की तू छान प्रॅक्टिस करतेस, युअर गिव्हिंग युअर बेस्ट, राईट? सो आयडेंटिफिकेशन मध्ये तू लिही अजून थर्ड पार्ट मध्ये की व्हॉट एल्स यू कॅन डू, व्हॉट एल्स यू कॅन डू, त्याची लिस्ट बनव. आणि जर का ते लिस्ट बनवताना इफ यू थिंक मला नाही सुचत आहे, that moment just take a pause, because these thoughts are like those bunch of animals and wolves who are chasing Lakshman and Ram, right or wrong? त्या ह्याच्यात तुला नाही सुचत आहे की ओ गॉड एक मिनिट, फार गोष्टी एकत्र आल्यात, राईट? दॅट मोमेंट टेक अ पॉज अँड जस्ट इफ 5 ब्रेथ्स कमी पडतात 10 ब्रेथ्स घे. त्याच्यानंतर अजूनही वाटते की अरे नाही सुचत आहे मला, अजून मी काय करू? Stay with your thoughts and I promise there will be a moment, maybe in a day, azun tu pausing ची practice केली, the thoughts will just keep coming to you, and the moment it comes to you they practice चालू कर. Because ultimately we all guys, if we don't take action, nothing is going to happen, right? So I was preparing for this mindfulness sessions for let's not go there, for so many months, and I was not taking action to post it. So when I posted this and I told my teacher of mindfulness coaching that I'm doing this, he's like, oh my God, finally. I said, I had to hear this from you. So just take action, Madhura. Karun bag, experiment karun bag. I promise there will be no loss. Okay.
लॉस होणार नाही मॅडम, तेवढी कॉन्फिडन्स आहे मला. फक्त थोडस काय व्हायला लागलं, जस्ट स्टार्ट केलीये मी आणि एक्सपिरियन्स जास्त नाहीये माझं. मग मी डेली स्वतः एकटी प्रॅक्टिस करतेय, पण समोरच्याला एक्सपिरियन्स येण्यासाठी ऍटलीस्ट ते कंडक्ट केलं पाहिजे क्लासेस. थोडेसे प्रॉब्लेम्स येतात. आता लास्ट मंथचं काय झालं मॅम, मंथ ऑफ मे मध्ये थोडंसं सगळे हॉलिडेजला गेले, त्यामुळे थोडंसं एक मला ब्रेक मिळाला. आणि ह्या महिन्यात असं झालं की इतका हेवी रेनफॉल आहे, त्यामुळे सगळे रिझन्स देतात की खूप रेन आहे मॅम, सकाळी यायला नाही होत आहे. ओके म्हणले मी मॅम, पण थोडंसं अशा वेळेस त्यांना मी कॉन्फिडन्स दाखवते की नाही होणार, आपले क्लासेस होणार आहे. आता वर्कशॉप ठेवलीये, ऍडव्हर्टाईज करते, बोर्ड्स लावलीये मॅम माझे मी, की जेवढं माझ्याकडनं होतंय ऍडव्हर्टाईज की मी हे तुम्हाला घेतेय. झुंबा सोडून मी थोडंफार वर्कआउट वेगळे पण ठेवले की ज्यांना नी प्रॉब्लेम्स आहे, जे जम्पिंग करू शकत नाहीत. झुंबा ऑल ओव्हर सगळ्यांनाच जमतंय असं नाही ना मॅम. थोडे सेशन्स मी टबाटाचे ठेवलीये, थोडे योगाचे ठेवलीये. 5 डेजला 5 सेशन्स ठेवून डेली मॉर्निंगला एक 4 सॉंग झुंबाचे ठेवते मॅम. असं व्हरायटीज पण ठेवलीये. पण थोडंसं म्हणजे सोशल म्हणलं तरी म्हणजे पाऊस कधी मंथ ऑफ मेच्या सुट्ट्या अशा हॉलिडेजमुळे ब्रेक होत आहे ना, तेव्हा थोडंसं लो कॉन्फिडन्स फील करते, लोनलीनेस होत आहे, थोडंसं डिप्रेशन येतंय मॅम मला.
मधुरा, आय वॉन्ट यू टू टेक अ पॉज विथ दिस फिलिंग. जेव्हा तुला हे सॅड वाटतंय, पॉज घे आणि रेकॉग्नाइज कर. परत हे जे मी 4, ऑफकोर्स आय गोना सेंड दिस रेकॉर्डिंग. डू दॅट प्रोसेस. वर्क टू recognize, adapt, accept मध्ये आणि identify and non-identify. Let's see if this helps you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All the best. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Pallavi, please. Thank you.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मधुरासाठी मी म्हणेल की बिलकुल सॅड वगैरे नको हो आणि जस्ट कंटिन्यू जर्नी. लेडीज साठी इट्स अ बिग डील टू फाइंड युअर ओन आयडेंटिटी अँड डू थिंग्स विच यू लाईक. आणि म्हणजे कधी कधी असे लोक असतात ज्यांना आवडत नाही काम, तरी त्यांना करावं लागतं. यू आर क्वाईट लकी, यू लाईक डान्सिंग, यू लाईक एन्जॉईंग थिंग्स, सो यू आर गेटिंग दॅट अपॉर्च्युनिटी. बी ग्रेटफुल फॉर दॅट ऑल्सो, की you can teach a class. That's a big thing, I would say. Because even me being a dancer from the beginning, school madhi, college madhi, but I didn't find an opportunity to present myself anywhere or to teach a class or become an instructor right now also. So it's the thing that sometimes you don't want to do things. म्हणजे IT मध्ये जाऊन काम करणे, 9 ते 6 जॉब, 9 to 6 job. Sometimes you feel that it's a boring job, but it's an identity for you. You are in a corporate world, but you have to accept it and deal with it. So I've always felt ki I want to be an instructor. मला एक क्लास शिकवायची, क्लास घ्यायचे, but I couldn't do that. So I would say you should be very grateful for that, ki you are getting to do that. And considering family part, म्हणजे family is always there to help you, but sometimes they can also be a restriction for you, means to go ahead in your life. Sometimes you want to grow a lot, म्हणजे you want to just touch the sky or something sometimes. But they are always there, so you have to take them also with you. म्हणजे ते सगळं manage करून to go ahead, that's the biggest challenge. So that's why we always need a pause. So my whole life has always been a pause of years, actually, not 1 minute or 2 minutes, it could be years, because when I delivered my son, so that time I took a pause from corporate world. Then I resumed back, which was quite a tough job. And then after resuming also, again, as you say, pandemic happened, work from home was not happening for me. It was like I couldn't fit in, and it was affecting my son's school because it was online. He being a small kid, it's really difficult for them to attend online school. So I had to take a pause again for him, to be with him, to support him in his studies. And actually, I would say that was not a problem for me. It was quite a boon for me. It helped me to take a pause and understand what I like. So 9 से 6 job करते करते you are so busy. Sometimes it becomes 12 hours of job. So you don't find time for yourself कि क्या चाहते हो, what you want from your life. So this pause helped me to understand that let's start from zero. Let's start from scratch. If I wanted to become an instructor, why not now? I still have time and I have support. So I might not go for 9 to 6 job again. I might just start from zero and find a different career for myself. which will make me happy in future. So that's what I'm thinking right now.
Excellent. What a lovely.
Thank you.
And yes, so as I said, I think Madhura Mitesh Manapote and everybody else. So taking a pause, you don't know where you'll land. So I know it is so, in fact, I and Shruti, we keep on talking about it, that the moment we want to get into unknown, we get so uncomfortable. You're like, oh my God, what if good, bad? But I think, Shruti, we should take this, what Snehal said today. Unknown things, positive things. I think that is the best. So, guys, just take a pause and let's see, Madhura, how does it take you right now? Even taking a pause, Pallavi, we never know what will happen to you. So, thank you so much. Shruti, please.
Yes. हाय ऍक्च्युली जेव्हा मी आता मेडिटेशन करत होते, आपण सगळे मेडिटेशन करत होतो, तेव्हा एवढे थॉट्स आलेत माझ्या डोक्यात जे आपण डिस्कस केलेलं आहे डिझाईन ऑफ लाईफ मध्ये. बट देन आय सेड, जेव्हा फ्रीज होत होतं ते बटन दाबतच नव्हतं. सो आय वॉज लाईक नाही. मग मी त्याला एक इमॅजिन केलं की नाही, खूप छान आहे ते बटन आहे ना, आय हॅव टू पुश दिस. आणि मग असे वेगवेगळे थॉट हळूहळू हळूहळू हळू फ्रीज व्हायला लागले. ओके, देन तू अगेन प्ले तर ते प्लेचं बटन ऑनच होत नव्हतं. अगेन असं नाही, एक 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 थांबा जरा, एक 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 चालू होत सगळे. सो इट वॉज क्वाईट अ फन. अँड देन तू तू पटपट सांगत होते, अरे हे फ्रीज करू, हे सगळ्या गोष्टी म्हणजे बॉडी पार्ट, म्हणजे नाही थांब जरा, आता काहीतरी होतंय आपल्याला सगळं. देन अगेन आय गॉट, नाही आपण सगळे प्ले करूया. देन अगेन अशी सगळी गर्दी व्हायला लागली, म्हणजे नाही थांबा जरा, एक 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 येऊ द्या. सो इट्स क्वाईट अ फन. बट इट्स रिअली नाईस की जेव्हा आपण पॉज घेतो, आणि डे टू डे लाईफ मध्ये हे पॉज घ्यायलाच पाहिजे. आणि इमॅजिन केलं मी, ओके आय हॅव टू डू दिस. मी आता सगळे प्रॉब्लेम्स जे आहे किंवा एक सिच्युएशन जे डोक्यामध्ये होते, जे थॉट्स आहेत ते फ्रीज झाले, पॉज झाले, ते सगळं लिहून ठेवणारे, रेन चेक करणारे अगेन. बिकॉज वी हॅव टू रन द लाईफ. रन म्हणण्यापेक्षा आपल्याला जे काही करायचं आहे ते सगळ्या व्यवस्थित पद्धतीने व्हायला पाहिजे. सो रन, पॉज, रिझ्यूम हे गोष्टी आपल्या डे टू डे मध्ये आहेत, आणि आपण करू तेव्हाच आपण सक्सेसफुल होऊ. So it's really nice की थँक्यू श्वेता फॉर दिस सेशन्स. आणि आपण करतोच आहे आम्ही पुढे.
Thank you. And guys, I really love what you mentioned. So yes, we all have dreams. We all want this goal to be done, right? And it will not happen if we don't get that daily activities done. So for example, I want to go here in next 1 year or next 5 years, but you have to chunk it down with the daily activities, right? So those are called as atomic habits, small habits. For example, if I want to lose fat, if I don't work out every day, I'm not going to go, oh, you know what, I want to do a corporate job, I want to work out, I want to take care of my kids. Then what happens is, ye jo fitness ki habit hai, wo main nikal do kya? That's what starts happening. But I know there are so many things. So taking a pause is not that, I need to reduce one activity. No. It's about, I want to do everything, but I want to just take a pause, recharge, and get back to my workout or get back to my kids. Right now, he's not able to understand the sums of maths, and it's kind of making me angry because my boss is getting angry. He's not able to solve the question. So many things coming together, just the way Shruti said. It's about just taking a pause, take a deep breath, and you will know what to do. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining. Anybody else who wants to share anything? I know I have taken more time, but I guess on the share basis, why not? I guess we are good. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. But guess what? This is not our last session. I'm planning to continue this every Thursday, 11 a.m. And the fun part is, every time we come back, we'll be having different activities. Today we had an activity which is called as, what is one problem you're solving? Next time will be a different question, and every time I'm going to kind of force you to reach your best potential, because at Masterful also, this is the principle of my company, that, or a value of my company, that we have this one life and we all want to reach our best potential. If these sessions don't help you to be the best version of yourself, then I guess I'm not doing the right job, or I think that you are wasting your time. So I invite you for next session, which is again Thursday, 11 a.m. I'll keep you posted with how it is, what it is. I would love if you come live and attend. Plus also recordings will be given to all the registrations, whoever registers. So I think till then, a lot of love to all. And reminder, take a pause from today, from right now, whenever you can. And feel free to share with me. You have my number. Feel free to share with me. Guys, I'm more than happy to know your experiences. The more you come and tell me, as Shruti mentioned, that pause hi nahi ho raha tha. It was a very true fact. It is so true because you can't just go and pause the button. I love the genuine share, what Shruti did. This will happen with all of us, but you till then, you keep pressing the button. And I don't know how many thoughts Shruti had. I had, when I did a pause, Shruti, I had 5 sections going on, 5 channels at the same time. I don't know how many channels were running in your mind, but I don't know how many channels, right, guys? So keep pressing the button and dheere dheere sab pause ho jayega. The more you start doing this practice, it is like teaching a Zumba class. And now after 11 years, 12 years, I can just get up in the morning and teach a Zumba class without any preparation. The same thing, practice will make you, I would say, better and better at taking pause. Thank you so much, everybody. And till then,
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Shweta.
Thank
Thank you,
Shweta.
ma'am.